presiding bishop seem trustworthy enough. Have you seen their wireless advertising? Nothing's ever new or 110% improved. So honest, it's boring.
Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? We don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir. This is Factor Maytugye. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Oh.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until... So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Wait, is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you? Oh, I see what this is. Stay back. We have no desire to escalate things further. Don't do something you'll regret.
We want answers, not a fight. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
Logic does dictate you establish sufficient reason for being here. Your terse discourtesy and tepid braggadocio, however, remain unrequired. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. The initial evidence looks rather conclusive. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below. Which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. No, thankfully. Not yet, at any rate. Architect willing, that will be the last of it. Now, you'd best speak with our proctor. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
Wait, so has it been classified as an accident? Or an attack?
What I'd like to know is why our illustrious seer provided zero warning beforehand.
This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction. Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean, just look at this mess. That explosion.
Well, running a manufactory must require extraordinary, fastidiousness.
Little good that's doing us now. Little good that'll do us when Auntie arrives.
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit, enjoy our banter.
What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate? Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The Zeranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened. I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it. Anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7, containing a full hold of refined Zeranium, bound for orbital platform Z9, received a priority reroute command. Latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Auntie's Choice facility known as Outpost Opportunity. Altitude, however, matched 1,000 meters below sea level. A low-ranking scientician. Been here for years. Presumably, she's below in operations. Regrettably, that is all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast? I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something? I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Ought to keep moving, Commander.
This unit recommends prioritizing the mission at this time.
I'm not clear to speak with random factors.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Oh, no, I wouldn't frame it quite like that, of course. It's less what happened than who happened. Initiate Alva, that is. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile uranium to collection points in space. Not at the outposts of our rivals. Those poor, short-sighted commercialists. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Not all of us spend every waking moment at probabilistic analysis. Some have even more difficult roles to play. Administration, for example. Those dedicated wholly to the math do still miss things regularly, I should add. Calculating the probability of events, well, it's something of an imprecise science currently. Oh, no, of course not. It's just some spend their days pondering. Some of us have to actually keep everything running. Now, let me tell you about this scoundrel. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Fervent professements of innocence mostly. You know, exactly what you'd expect a secret traitress to claim. Dramatic attestations that grew quite animated. I suppose spies must build up a flair for histrionics. What with all that, hiding their identities and all. Then bursting forth like a pent-up arachnid. At any rate, I have work to do, and you have a saboteur to eliminate, yes? Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
try not to deviate from the norm.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varagman's cursory as slavering when it attacked? How much viscous fluid would you estimate it involved?
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked. I shot it. There's goo all over the spot it emerged. Measure that, maybe.
Two exemplars, dead as Pythagoras. No one's been inside operation since. Just a run-of-the-mill golden mean initiate.
Now listen to yourself. You're disproving your own substantiation. Her actions prove otherwise, I
Yes.
Of course she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury. Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in with the scenery somehow.
Investigator. Factor said head on in. We don't wrap this up soon, we'll have consumerists up to our brain cases.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. You poor dear. And someone else. Oh, my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Since you haven't, I do hope you've reconsidered. Or that you find her single-minded belief I'm to blame here as equally mystifying as I do. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though technically speaking, they did kill each other. I didn't mean that to happen. They came at me, weapons drawn. My own training just took over. You see, years ago, I attended an introductory course at the Physical Education Center. I earned top marks. I've refused a few promotions over the years. Undemanding work provides me ample personal time for my stories. I enjoy speculative fiction. Does that make me suspicious?
No. Enjoying speculative fiction is not yet deemed a crime by Earth Directorate law. Premeditated murder and acts of terror are.
Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. All right, fair enough. Understood. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Preparing obligatory encouragement.
This
You can do
initiate.
it, Commander.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but something's off. Like she's playing games. But I can't say I trust the Proctor any better. Hopefully a bit of investigating will clear things up for us. Once we find the perpetrator, we can be sure to head off any further attacks on Auntie's choice.
Investigator?
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Glad those not skilled at math can fulfill some other function. I only question them being in roles of significant authority.
Well, aren't you the eccentric sort?
Investigator.
Stop deviating from the baseline.
Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results. patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Andrews being too dissuaded by them, though.
Our Earth Directorate friend.
Well, hello. Have an update to share with Initiate Alva?
Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear? Well, dear, it's simply logical. I knew such evidence must exist, since I knew I didn't do this. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think? I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
Part of me would like to tease you right now and say, you're not very good at cards, are you, dear? But if you're still on the fence about me, I shouldn't want to tip you over. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Inform us when you've investigated the two leads.
May fate and fortune converge.
May all your endeavors add to the equation. Always account for standard deviation.
Ought to keep moving, Commander.
May the plan guide you.
Stop deviating from the baseline.
Always account for standard deviation. May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Had plenty of managers like Svoboda back on Tau Ceti. Couldn't take responsibility for nothing.
Looks like a fight. Rats tingling, all charged up.
Over here. Finally, a favorable happenstance. After I became stuck in here, those organisms appeared, all hungry-eyed and slavering profusely. The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. That's a very specific topic, but sure. I would be happy to share any information at my disposal. Just get me out of here. Depends on your level of moxie and know-how, I suspect. Let me think. You could try jimmying the door open if you have engineering expertise. Or, I don't know, engage in a routine advanced physical regime. Otherwise, the safety reset is in a wall panel around the corner. Though that seems a bit boring for a dynamic sort like you. Of course. Apologies. Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
fate and fortune converge.
Inform us when you've investigated the 2 leads.
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
You'd think if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. What else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results. You're back. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. This is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. Something that makes one feel deserving. And by assisting me, you have proven this. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations, can't miss it, unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. The Order regards potentially detrimental human testing as an unethical scientific boundary. We tried it on a cysty pig, though, and he came through. Reasonably no worse for wear. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly, or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. Quite right. Anything else? Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. I am greatly...
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Always account for standard deviation.
And may the plan guide you.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Hello, dear.
Returned already. I'm sure Alva will be interested in what you learned.
Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
Hold on now. We should really discuss what you found, not rush headlong into making a verdict.
I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the end point.
Marisol's fine, thank you, dear.
I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. Yes, you did work for Orlo, didn't you? If the former bishop trusted you to intercede when necessary, I suppose I must as well. I won't stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Not that I was relishing the idea, but you provided other options. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation. Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. What a nice and thoughtful thing to say, dear. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to Hi. Focusing on mission critical
Gotta keep moving,
objectives.
Commander.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off-limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
Don't bother conversating unless you're prepared to cite your sources.
This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Clemens? The archivist? Ah, that follows, I suppose. Still more that I missed. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? I've an old contact on Cloister I need to look up. Part of a small matter there. Some research the Order considered heretical. Worth restarting, I think. Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it? Well then, until the appointed hour.
Ought to keep moving, Commander.
This unit recommends prioritizing the mission at this time.
May all your theories prove true. Investigator.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts. May fate and fortune converge.
Health benefits available at your request.
be advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally. Or we could... I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an active war. This is the Order's anti-air control center. If you don't have specific business here, kindly keep moving.
You are dying, which is not advised at this time.
Way I see it, you lay claim to an entire world, you best be ready. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Hey! Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch. No, at least not so far as I know. But even if so, it'd be a peculiar way of punishing me. An executive could just transfer my contract. No need for all this trouble. They're saying I murdered an officer, but they don't care what I've got to say about it. They just want me locked in here until they pen me in the sewers. I got a bunch to say. First, I say I'm no murderer. Second, I say there was no reason to do it. Third, I'd say that I actually like Chief Cuddy. I mean him no harm. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it. I'm telling the truth. You can go ask Security Officer Abner. Even he'll tell you. I've got no motive, nothing to gain, and everything to lose. But he says I'm the prime suspect, and nothing's gonna happen until a doc gets here and cuts Cuddy open. That'll tell him what actually killed him. Not necessarily. Abner's done almost no investigation. He just locked me up right away and acted like this whole thing's solved. But maybe, if you go talk to him and make him see what's likely, then maybe he'll see reason and let me go. Not let me go because you say so, but let me go because you helped him understand what probably happened. Please, reconsider. They're gonna pin this on me with or without evidence. But you might keep me from spending the rest of my days being ground to mush in the sewers. So, if you change your mind...
That better not be what I think it is.
Honestly, Bradford, I've no notion of how to cool your conniption. Corporate says I'm in charge, so I'm in charge.
You're in charge? Wait, you're in charge? Don't you mean the executive is in charge?
Of course that's what I meant. Whether I say me, he, or we, it's all the same.
It's all the same pile of gum.
That tone is not how you get approval for your little tests, designer. Next time, you might want to try and tame your woolly curds with a little mock apple. Yes, I hope you're not here to apply for employment. I'm already overwhelmed by the sheer volume of peons I'm forced to oversee. And if you're here as a spy, know that the temporary ceasefire is on tenuous footing. So if you stay, it's likely just a matter of time before I'll be stringing you up. Enemy Scrutinization Officer Durbin. What does he want with me? Ah, well, in that case, your business is with both my commander and me. But I'm being rude. Allow me to introduce Strategic Ingestment Executive Wojciech, Senior Most Representative at Fort Endurance. Now you're starting to sound like some of the wagabouts I've got under my command. Why would I be anything but serious? Executive Wojciech has been part of this unit since he was just a pupa. As he grew, he's shown exceptional bravery, stoic stalwartness, and strong leadership. It's earned him promotion after promotion, until our last battle against the Order deprived us of our former chief executive and left him as the senior-most trooper. Okay. The executive welcomes you, but would like to know why Scrutinization Officer Durbin sent you here. There's no dispute. Executive Wojciech is in complete charge of the fort. His orders, which I interpret as his junior officer, are executed without question. My experimental Mantisaur graft lets me speak with him as easily as I do with you. He emits pheromones that my antenna can detect. He wouldn't be much of a commander if he couldn't communicate with the troops.
Hey, Commander. It's my professional opinion that we should back away slowly. This guy's craft is either messing with his gray matter, or he's messing with us.
That is exactly what he's doing.
Designer Bradford, you've been warned about disrespecting the chain of command.
And you've been reminded, repeatedly, that I'm not under your chain of command. I'm technically under the Mantisaur, but that's got nothing to do with you. I just wanted to make it clear to our newcomer that you are full of shit. You've always been full of shit, and you will always be full of shit. So you're best ignored entirely.
That is quite enough, Designer. Of course not. I'm just a lowly trooper acting as interpreter. Otherwise, surely these folks would have figured it out by now.
We have all figured it out. Unfortunately, I'm the only one willing to say it to your face.
Yes, well, please excuse our curmudgeonly biologist. She's been a pill ever since the promotion that made Wojciech outrank her. Still, that ugly moment behind us, it's a comfort to my mind that you're here. Executive Wojciech has an assignment we're desperate to have done.
Ugh, not this crabble scat again. There is zero chance you're right. Zero. And this brilliant assignment of yours didn't go so well for the last...
No, it's fine. Ignore her.
Oh, stop it. The creature doesn't want a pupa. He doesn't want to breed a superior race. Even if he could ask for a pupa from a rival nest, he'd probably just... But the only way to prove it to our...
That is enough. One more word in question of our executive officer.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. With it, Wojciech can raise us. We need you. Do that, and I, and Executive Wojciech, shall make sure you look in the nest to the east. That'll have your best...
Feels a pull, Wentworth? Serious? Excuse me? Apologies for my outburst, but I had...
Hey, what?
Nothing of your Just ignore him.
You know it's impolite to...
But I've studied him extensively, and it is most assuredly nothing but a play for power. I am. I've watched for patterns of behavior that would demonstrate higher Conversely, the sign bring it to me. And not only will I match any reward he offers, but you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that it will serve a much... I'll have to... Oh, fine. Fine. If scientific discovery and the betterment of future products isn't enough for you, I'll pad your coffers a little something extra. Just, please, bring me the mutated pupa.
Personally, I'd much prefer leaving the pupa where it is and not giving into delusion. But on we press anyhow.
I'm offering deals so good, they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire it took to get here. Welcome to Bonnie's. We know consumers are high. And to show my gratitude, I'm offering you and only you a... Welcome. What can I get you? Suit.
Well, hello there, consumer. If you haven't yet, you should be sure to avail yourself of our retail opportunities downstairs. You here for the view? Checking that the cables I patched are staying together. When that big old gun downstairs was working, it rattled the wiring in the walls, so sometimes the lines short out. They bled us with constant shelling for the better part of 3 months, and it barely earned us a few dozen. Those sovereign sanctions, they made the invasion stall about 5 kilometers away and would have ground us to dust. At first, we thought it was a trap, that they'd start shelling again as soon as we popped our heads up, but there was nothing. We basically walked the rest of the way here. We didn't find out why until we got here and learned the Protectorate wasn't. The Protectorate hightailed it. They decided that if the Order was going to splinter off on its own, then it could fuel its own army and fight its own battles. Those Protectorate bootlicks took everything not nailed down, leaving the Order to try and figure out how to wage war with no gear and almost no know-how. It took them weeks to rally, and by then we owned most of Golden Ridge. If Andy'd only send a few thousand more troops, we'd shove them completely off this rock. colony full of people, and you've chosen to bore me with your inane opinions. You should feel free to take them anywhere that isn't here. Back again, consumer? I didn't realize we had more to say to each other. Why are you back?
Put it in the memo.
Makes all sorts.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort? Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor. Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk? Cute. Adorable, even. I'm so impressed by your wit that I've completely lost any reservations I've had about you helping me. Oh, no. The person I never petitioned and who offers no real notion of helpfulness isn't going to waste more of my time? Whatever will I do? You're back? Why? Well, isn't that classic?
You're back! Have you changed your mind about helping me get out of here? They say I killed my chief, but I got no reason to do it, and there ain't no evidence. But they're gonna lock me up and throw away the key anyway. They say I killed Chief Cuddy because I was there, but the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. I know, everyone keeps saying so, but I don't know what else to do. I've got no motive, I ain't gaining nothing, and I've answered all their questions. Evidence? How can I have evidence? I'm innocent. You think I got a recording of me almost killing Cuddy and then stopping, but him dying anyways? We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here. I've got no idea. We ate the same thing, the exact same thing. Came from the same pot, even. It was sisty stew, fresh from the can, served just the way Auntie would do it. But it was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate crabble. He was deathly allergic to crabble. But there ain't no crabble in sisty stew. Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the— No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy. He will. He has to.
Honestly, why do you persist in antagonizing me? Well...
Takes all sorts. Knock off the funny business. Stop that scrounging around.
Honestly, why do you persist in antagonizing me? Of course that's what she's gonna say. Do you think everyone nabbed for a crime just confesses? What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned sisty stew. Stew that I Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Law, no. At least, not on purpose. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it. And didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have... At least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret. So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt Mantisaur. That means if someone used it to... I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while. Well, then she's cleared, of course. No more questions asked. She goes free, you get bits, I get on with my life. Deal? Come on now. You need to reconsider.
What's happening? Are you making any progress? Thank you.
Honestly, why do you persist in attack? Of course that's what she's gonna say. Do you think it... What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. Well, he told... See, he's also somebody's nephew. Some Law, no. Half his gripes, so most of us just ignored him. Assuming he was... What? No. Unless... Hey. How? Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot... And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence. Absolutely. That's only fair. I'll both free Bardot and compensate you for your effort. So we got this thing. An acidic, that means I do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise. Of course she does. If she shows up and we're all out of order, it makes us look bad. And if we look bad, she looks bad. Yes, that's it. Well, really, make it turn into a small puddle. But that's neither here nor there. Thank law. Then come back and tell me. I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us. Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free. And here's the balance for yours. Which means we're done.
You did it! You actually... Thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage. I wish I had bits for you, but I'm still in debt from this uniform, and meals, and the incarceration fee they charged me for...
Advises healing yourself now.
Asa, you might follow a ruinous religious doctrine and be driven by irrational, bloodthirsty urges, but you're a rather effective killer, and I respect that.
That means a lot, coming from such a ruthless purveyor of death. Wish you'd let yourself really get into it sometimes, though. Get your face and hands drenched in blood.
That sounds disgusting, dear. Though I do appreciate the sentiment.
It was great. This one was for Niles, right? It was great meeting you, Niles. You're right. An agent's life is a busy one, and there's little time for meeting with citizens to say farewell in person. But we are happy to be of service. As for your question, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't become an agent if you put your mind to it. It only requires hard work and a dedication to the greater good. I have no doubt that you have what it takes to be one of the best and the brightest, Niles. Good luck to you. And look me up if, or should I say when, you become an agent.
It would seem the Mantisaurs disliked that action.
Liquidate them!
Please seek treatment for bodily trauma soon.
Directorate Pharmaceutics.
Fortifying.
Armed and ready.
Detecting threat.
Let me handle this. Time to earn my commission.
Agent vitals have fallen below acceptable parameter.
My aftermarket parts are fried.
Protocols not yet charged. Observing that is standing by with my support.
Engaging emergency protocols.
Raph's back in business.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was? By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, we can predict the future. Control reality and ascend to a state of virtual godhood.
Welcome back. Anything I can do to assist you?
What caused the schism?
the getting go-getter. I'm offering... Welcome. What can I get you?
Hello again. Have you brought me the pupa? Oh, thank law. Here's the reward I promised. I am downright giddy to get it into my lab so I can start my experiments.
A valid course of action, considering that mantisaurs have been observed consuming their offspring.
Mantisaurs! Eyes up, troops! A mess of the bastards are coming from the east. Reloading!
Did they follow those folks back from that nest?
Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander.
I'm taking cover. Someone else take the shot.
So many of them!
Someone just earned an anti-branded corporate post-ball smog.
There is a 78.9% chance that a change in leadership has occurred. There is a 96% chance this unit requires desanitation due to contact with raw mantisaur flesh.
Nobody in their right mind is gonna believe I talk to these things now. You're damn lucky I've got to figure out how to explain this mess, or I'd feed you to the bugs my...
Well, that certainly was a horrific bit of chaos. But you made the right decision by giving the pupa to me. The research value it will provide is enormous. Yes, you have your bits, and I will have a long, illustrious career span.
Returned. Is there a reason you're looking to monopolize my invaluable time? Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly on me to simply report the facts. What else do you have for me? Wonderful. I do love a subordinate that can honor their obligations and make... What else do you have for me? Wonderful. I do love a subordinate that can honor their obligation. And if that concludes our business for the...
Just refer to them as Auntie's choice going forward, even though that may offend some of my more literal-minded colleagues. The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous, as the early colonists eating
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next ram arrives.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister.
My time is yours. You may.
Please, not so close. I'm aggregating.
No updates on anything I can do to assist you? Yes, what have you discovered?
About me, was it?
I converse with many members of the Order on a number of subjects. No doubt I was... Any other updates? No updates on anything I can do to assist you? Yes, what have you discovered? Oh, you've lessened the load on my mind considerably. And you have the Order's gratitude. Any other updates?
Back in business.
Aggressors in range.
Charged up.
Maintaining stamina. Standing by with life support.
In business.
You got my time?
Looks like a fight!
Emergency protocols ready.
Look alive, Commander.
Come out! Not giving up!
Time to earn my commission.
Providing extra health benefits.
Hate to ask for help, but help?
for assistance.
Skulker! Is it time for a dreamy time yet? Because yes, it is.
I'm dead without my Drina time.
Armed and ready. You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I still don't get it, Peter.
Random elements offset a certain
Let me through it again.
There's nothing.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered down.
Think I missed browse all you like. Feel free to...
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people...
Anybody even listening to this? Let me tell you stuff.